because in technology there's a thing called Moore's Law, and basically Moore's Law states that every 18 months roughly, the speed of processors and of RAM and all that, it doubles. So we're constantly increasing our capabilities technology wise. And so to see that a few iterations out, you can kind of see what we would be capable of developing. And so I think they did that in Black Ops 2, and I think they kind of pushed that even a little bit further to what is possibly available in the future with Black Ops 3. So it gives us a really good opportunity to take a look at not only where we are, but where we're going with the Black Ops franchise. So Black Ops 1 is Cold War era tech. Black Ops 2 is like maybe tech that'll be 20, 30 years in the future. And Black Ops 3 is like, I think they have this as 21 something or 22. So it's going to be maybe 50, 100 years out, but it'll give us a good estimate of where we could be in the future. And so, since I actually am in the technology sector for my job, I felt like I could give you guys a good view as what this stuff is, what it would be capable of doing, and kind of what the implications are throughout the storyline of maybe some of the unforeseen consequences of some of this technology. And I want to say that's what they were aiming for with the story. So I think it's cool. I wanted to share that with you guys. I know I've been talking about this a lot. I have a YouTube channel and a Facebook channel. I'm also setting up an Instagram so that way I can use that to put out updates when I update videos for you guys, because I know some people use Instagram over like Twitter or Facebook. So I have that set up as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of get into the story. This person right here, this is the main character. This is the character you get to play. The character actually changes based off of who you pick. So when you first set up the game, it allowed you to make a character, and then that character design in the future is used for doing all the things they're doing. So like right now, it looks like he's like working on a part or upgrading a part that he has. And like, so you would see that there's different openings, and I'll kind of go through what each of them are when you set it up. So you can see I have resume story, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to select mission. I'm going to do the first one, Black Ops. I'm going to do that on regular difficulty. And there's some accolades, so like if you do specific things during missions, it'll show your individual score per mission, and if you find any collectibles, and I'll kind of show you those a little bit more as we get into it. So, our mission overview. The mission briefing, it says, alongside a team of Winslow Accord cyber soldiers, infiltrate the NRC airfield in Ethiopia and secure the captured Egyptian minister for extraction. So that's the first level. Like I said, I'm going to leave the difficulty on regular, just so we can kind of go through the story and we don't have to worry about, me dying a bunch of times and getting impeded by that. So they have this really cool, like, it's still a loading screen, and a lot of these new games, especially since they're having to do a lot of textures, they have, big loading screens, but I like the fact that they took the time to make a really cool looking one here.
This morning, members of the Nile River Coalition demanded the release of all NRC POWs currently held by the Egyptian army in exchange for the minister's release. This administration, along with our allies throughout the WA, steadfastly refused to submit to blackmail. We will continue to explore avenues of diplomatic negotiations.
Yeah, diplomatic negotiations. We'll get into that here in a second. So I wanted to show you guys this real quick. This is one of the cool things about this. When you first set up, you kind of have this barracks here, and you can see this is like the central command area. But everyone gets a room. So here's your bunk. You know, just some stuff you got. Down here, you get collectibles. If you go into it, you can kind of see different things I've picked up. Then there's 3 different type of collectibles. So there's small collectibles. There's medium. So I got an antique vase, biocontainment canister, and we'll go through that. I'll show you what that is here in the game. You get a whiteboard. Here's a Bluetooth like earpiece. So it's pretty cool, right? You get that. Everything is really highly customizable. You'll get another one later as you go through the game. Here you can pick your outfits for your characters. So this is what my character looks like right now. You can pick different weapons, different helmets, and stuff like that. So some of these are pretty cool. But whatever you're wearing, that's what you have on during cutscenes, and you actually do talk in the game, and so I actually like the detail. They put enough detail in the faces, even the generic faces, that when you're talking during the cutscenes, I really feel like it takes away from the characters to have a mask covering them, so you can't really tell that it's your character talking when he is. This is the base armor that you're wearing when you start the game. You unlock more of them as you're playing. I like this one just because it's a digital ghillie suit. I mean, like, realistically, the shit would never work, but it just looks cool, so that's why I keep it on. And you got this one. This goes back to, it's actually a funny throwback. If you look at Makarov from the Infinity Ward series, this is kind of what he wears. And it's called Arms Dealer, so I thought that was kind of funny. You got Quarantined. This kind of goes with, if you look at multiplayer, the character that's the Pyro, it kind of looks like his suit. And then this is like a 54 Immortals. You'll find out about them in the game, but they're a gang basically, and it kind of looks like their outfits. I'm gonna pick this one. You can change male and female, so you have both sexes in this game now. And then service record tags. So these are, if you do things in the game, basically, these you have to complete kind of like the whole storyline to get one. So, and then this is a cool concept they put in. You have your computer, you have stuff on the table, but you have a computer and you log into it, and so you can kind of see some stuff as if you were looking at it on the computer. So we can see we're in Ethiopia, we can see what temperature it's going to be. It's going to be chilly. And then if you look, you can see humidity, so your visibility. So we're going to have good visibility. The index, any of that stuff, that's fine. It kind of gives you a readout on your health stats underneath that. This thing called the Codex, so it's like you're looking at a website, but as you look through the web pages, here, you can click on different links and stuff. So here's your kid zone. I'm going to hit this link. CIA designations. Unavailable, so you can't tell what these are. So that's kind of cool. So we're WA. Winslow Accord. So that's going to be the name of your company, basically, or your designation. So, and you can click on all of these later. There's some cool information in here, if you want to get into it, but you can do a deep dive on this, and you can probably sit here for probably a couple hours and never actually go through all of it, so I'm not going to do that for you guys. You can add your clan tag. This is what my emblem looks like in multiplayer. So you can see I have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I threw on just this base calling card that I have. This is music. I could flip through all the music if I wanted to. Any cutscenes or videos you've previously seen, you can go into this video codec. You can see them all. And then this is a gallery of just like art that they have. And then you could customize weapons, but there's a better weapon customization thing out there. So let's go hit this up. Alright. Nope. Alright, so here's your area that you got to set up your weapons. And you can tweak stuff. They're all like workstations, basically. So this one would help you adjust different special abilities you have during the levels. This one is a weapon builder or design lab. It's like a 3D printer, so it would be like a future 3D printer, and I think that's really cool. You've got your armory, your weapons that are already established. This will help you adjust, like, you can see those are grenades. Here's your pistols. That's where you edit your loadouts. I'm going to take my loadout later. This combat immersion, so the way they have it set up in the story is that multiplayer is just doing combat simulations in this combat immersion center. And I'm guessing like this would be a giant server in the middle and the screens that you're on. We don't quite have anything like that, but if you kind of think about it, we do, because I mean, like, we played multiplayer for hours and hours, man, and it's not quite the same thing. If you could tap into your, muscular system, and you could get the same reactions from your muscles just visualizing it and thinking about it, I mean, like, that would be the next step, really. And you can kind of see that the seats kind of have something set for that, because there's plugs on the seats, and the story will go into it a little bit more, but we're jacking into the Matrix, man. You're going to get a direct neural interface, and that's basically what that is. So, let's go down here. Right before you do your missions and your loadout and stuff, if you want to double check anything, it'll tell you what you're doing. It'll tell you down here what your anticipated engagement ranges are going to be. So close range, medium range, long range. We're going to be doing a lot of close range and a lot of medium range, so I'm expecting lots of firefights. So I'm going to pick a weapon that kind of matches with that. Of course, I'm going to take my assault rifle, but I would adjust my assault rifle for those engagement ranges at this point. So you can briefly go over your mission details. It'll give you more information. Here's all those accolades I was talking about, so like things you've done. So complete the mission without dying, did that. Shoot down the VTOLs with the mounted turret, ground vehicles, etc. So there's a couple other ones over here. Set 9 enemies on fire. You can do that with one of the abilities you get. Crush an enemy to death. I don't even know where that is, so we're going to find that out. Complete the mission with a score of 10,000 or higher. I'm going to try to do that one. So you'll get more information there, and then when you want to head out, you just hit this door. So here's what I was talking about. You have these loadouts here, and you have your cyber cores. Your cyber core, it's your abilities for the game. So you have 3 ability wheels, depending on which one you pick. So you have a control core, you have a martial core, and you have a chaos core. And I would go into this a little bit more in depth in the next video, but it looks like I actually went through to my time for 15 minutes. So I'm going to clip this video here, and then I'm going to start the next video here, and then we will proceed and we'll go through the next mission in the next 30 minutes. Alright? So everyone,